Well, welcome back to the channel. Got a beautiful fall morning here, sun's coming up. I'm going to do a couple things real quick on some equipment. I got a couple manure spreaders, Farmhand manure spreaders that I got to work on. The bent a couple slats in this one. This is our functioning one. I went through it a couple years back, but it needs some love, kind of some restoration into it. This is my grandpa's original one that was on the box. So that was on the it was the box on the truck, and most of the parts from this one went into that one to get that one in good shape to get it operational. But I need a bunch of slats out of the bottom, so I'm gonna grab the torch and slice them off, and then we got a couple. I'm replacing what I found. Is my bolts right here were breaking all the way around, and I was running into issues with is bending them. So this one's good, but I got to come up here and get that guy straightened back out. And the same on the other side. And then I'm going to go through and finish replacing all the bolts with some grade 8 bolts in there and spray them up with something to kind of help seal them up from the manure. So most corrosive thing you can do. And then I'm wondering, I got a hump in my board right here. I'll have to see if I can't, if the screw's loose, or if I need to get another carriage bolt into it there. So that way these slide on over it. I'm wondering if that's not what's catching them. And I bent 3 of them. It makes a heck of a racket. And then it also bent up some bars in my beaters back here that I gotta fix. So got a couple things to do to the old girl before I put it back in the field. But I got a bunch of manure to spread and gonna need this to get her done. So it's only going to take a couple, but since they're coming apart so nicely, I think I'm just going to pull it all apart now. I'm cutting the chain here that's on the top. Most of it was corroded pretty badly. These top ones here in the chain aren't the greatest. They're pretty well laid out, so I don't think they'd last long. See what I got on the bottom here yet. Let's go pull apart the other side and we'll take a bunch of them out. So this one was missing most of its apron when it broke years ago. My grandfather just left it loaded. Got busy, sidetracked, you know, life. And so it sat loaded with manure in it and it ate out all the apron on it. Let's take a bunch of those out. Give me some leather gloves on. Hi, Hayden. Two there to do, two there to do, and two here. You got a strawberry? Very good. I'm just cutting some shims out of the way. I think that's what all I need off of this trailer for now. Gather up some parts and pieces here. The bolts were breaking, and this is what happens when one of your crossbars from your apron gets stuck into the beaters back there. Kind of gets twisted up pretty gnarly. Here's the chain. You can see just, I mean, it's just ate through right there. Manure is just unforgiving. That's why you gotta clean out the spreaders really well. If not, this is what happens. All right, so I got all the rivets knocked out of these. Got them all cleaned up and stacked for now. Just want to have that done so I have spares in case something goes wrong while I'm using it and I'm not having to pull parts off of anything. There's the 3 bent ones. There's the wild child.
Bye, Dad.
Bye, Hayden. You gonna go watch brother? Huh? Okay. And I got 2 in here already that I'll get put in. And I'll get this bent around on that one, so. All right, so what I'm gonna attempt to do here is I'm gonna put, sorry. This is one of my track plates for my crawler. I'm gonna use that as a shield. I'm gonna heat that up and kind of get that bent straight. I'll do the same to the other side because the other side is pretty flared out too. So I'll get those bent straight, and then I already got this guy installed here. The new bolt, grade 8, and a nylon lock nut's what I'm using on there. So the rivets are the ones that were failing on me. So we'll see if I can't get them all replaced. I got everything done. Once I get these last ones straightened, I'll spin it on over and I'll run it through, and then I'll get these guys and do the whole bottom side of this apron too. And then I got to come in and get this guy fixed, welded back together, straightened on out, and then I got 2 dogs here. I'll see if I can't get some replacements for those, or even just weld something over the top of them for the time being. So it's amazing what happens when a chunk of iron goes through all this other spinning iron. Could have been way worse though too, so pretty fortunate. All right, so this side's done. I'll have to unhook the hay rake, and then I think I'll get this pulled out of here because I don't need that wagon in here anymore. I'll just pull it up out of the way. Use a 4-wheeler side by side for that, and then I'll come over, hook up the 540 PTO to this and see if we can't spin this over a little bit just to get these other bolts just done. Be done with this project so that way it's ready to go back in the field. Hope the wind isn't too bad. Try to shield you from it. For that running gear underneath there was my grandfather's. That's what he used with the silage wagon on top of it. I believe he shoveled 2 tons of silage into it for his cows. And then on I'm just using it for a gear to move that box around so we can work on this guy here, just for parts and pieces and stuff. But I might eventually put that bed on it just so it has a bed on there and a nice wood floor or something, and make it into like a homecoming wagon for the kids or something so they could pull it in a parade. All right, so I got the Massey hooked up, 540 PTO. I already spun it over. These are the bottom ones I got to do. I'll do a bunch of them and then spin it over a little bit more and get the last of them. So I found, because most of these bolts got welded on that are down in there, so I found the best way for me to take them apart is I just grab my big 1/2-inch impact there and I just over tighten them till they break. It's better than trying to back them off through there. So I'm gonna go grab a 9/16 wrench and socket, and then I'm gonna crawl back in and we'll get after it. All right, gotta grab a couple of other wrenches and sockets. Well, that section's done. Let's on to the other side. All right, clean the tools out, grab the GoPro, and we'll cycle her forward again. What's up, boy? How's the game? Good. What, the hay rake? Yeah. What do you mean? Oh, because that beam is split. It jumped a link on me and I know why, so the one I got to fix just went under. So I'll have to fix it. And then I got to get in with the torch and kind of heat them and work them a little bit. So I got 4 left to do. One more slat I'm going to replace because it's digging in the middle. The one my GoPro's on, it's scouring real bad and it's catching on a board up there, a transition board. So So I'm going to do these last couple ones and then I'll have to mess around with it a little bit.
Let's see where your sister's at. Are you hungry?
Am I hungry? Oh, not overly at the moment. All right, so this one here is tipped down and it is bent here. So I'm going to replace that one there because it's catching on some boards. And if you look now, my chain jumped as I cycled it, and I think I know why. Fortunately, the one that's creating my issue, he's all the way around, and I think there's one more that might do it too. So I got to see if I can't bar it over, come down to the bar and see if I can't get this side to jump a link ahead to do that, to help it get back on track so that way it's not twisting up. So saw a few things as it's going. Once again, this is just an old spreader. We're just limping along the best we can. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more bars to replace bolts on, and then we'll get after cycling this again. It's not your home. It's getting warm out. We have to shed a layer here. All right, so I ended up using the torch to take the rest of these out. Mainly because I had it fired up here and it's going good, so I blew most of the slag into the slats, so there shouldn't be anything into the wood decking. I'm just kind of piling all the hot stuff on this one bar I'm going to take out. like it. That other one, I put it on the stack and it had a pretty good bow up in it, so. Getting on the home stretch for this, but we're still gonna have to fix some of these that are causing it to jump off. Hey, baby.
Lunch is done.
Okay. But I'm gonna go in and grab a bite to eat because I'm hungry. So. See, this one here is the one we're gonna replace out. That'll make it nice. It won't catch on those boards. I'll do something for them boards there. Normally there's weight on them, so I think that holds it down. So I got the middle. I got a screw in the middle of it, right there. So the middle doesn't come up. So it's just those two sides. So we're gonna cycle it around quite a few times here in front of the shop. I got a bunch of stuff to do in the beaters yet. I'm gonna build a new block here because this one's doesn't do anything. And this one's backwards because it's about worn out on the other side. So I might build 2 new blocks in the wood shop. And I might turn this sprocket around. For whatever reason, I put it in that way. And maybe I know why I did, maybe I don't, but maybe I flip it around and it might line up a little better for that. So it might come back to me when I work on it. So this is one of the first projects I ever did as a kid. So I was like 19 years old when I did it. So we'll see. But she has some cancer down in here. We got some holes poked through. So that's part of the project I want to do is rebuild those boxes, and I want to get rid of those cavities so it sheds the manure off and it doesn't sit in there. But we'll see how my design comes to light. And I got plans for new beater bars on this. So that's all the bolts out done. Now I need to get my track back into alignment. Right. So I think I'm gonna have to finish releasing more slack out of this and get it come along underneath and pull against on that track to try to help it go up and around.
Bye.
Love you. Love you. You guys be good for mom. So I used Come Along, forgot to record it, my bad. So I used the Come Along, hooked onto that beater, and then had a clevis I put in over here. See if I can get it out of here now. I might have to take the tension back off the chain. Nope, got it. So, and I just used a come along to suck the slack up over the top and then rolled it over by hand down there at the end. So it's all back in time now. So we're gonna make sure we get the chain off because that would make a heck of a mess. All right. I tensioned up the apron here. I'm gonna grab a wrench and tape measure, make sure I got it pretty even. And a half there. Measure this side. Well, I'm 13 and a quarter this side. $17 and 3/4. That side's got to tighten up a little bit more. I'm gonna have to do a little torch work. $17 3/4. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a little torch work on these angles to get them to be a true 90 a little better, because I think where some of them have opened up a bit and they're not as sharp as they used to be is creating our issue. So I'm gonna fire it up and spin it around and see what we got here. Yeah, that little nylon lock nut did not like that. right, so went through and got the apron all done. I think you saw all that. Everything's going real good for that. It's kind of scraping out the bottom on that one there. Just kind of risen up a little bit. Might have to check that one out, watch that one. But I came through, and let me go grab the old one so you can see the difference. See the difference, be the difference. So these are the old blocks that are for the chains. Those are the new ones I made. They're thicker, they're a lot thicker. So they're a little bit more stable on this design here. And then I got the other one down there. Now they're supposed to be carriage bolts, but I don't have long enough carriage bolts for this. But the nice thing is I got all the slop out of the beaters, so they all kind of run as unison now, so they don't kind of flop around here. And I got the sprocket reversed, and then I put a straight edge from there to there, and it's nice, and it's just hitting that block there. So that block will be able to be reversed one way or another. So it's looking pretty good there. I sprayed them down with WD-40 just to kind of seal them up, and then I kind of sprayed everything with WD-40 as it's going through here. So, but it's all kind of coming together pretty decent. So, yeah, I'm just looking at some stuff right here. Yeah, so there's some big bolt up in there, carriage bolt. Just looking at the gap, and I was like, that doesn't look great. So, I know, I have in my head one of these days I want to do like a full restoration and rebuild all the bars and build new ones and a new drum and balance it and have them all balanced. Same thing with the paddles. But that's a long time project. Heck, I can't even get the projects I'm doing right now done. So, other than that, it's looking pretty good. Might have to put something on that bar and see if I can't flex it. Or I might have to bend it up. I'm gonna do that real quick. So, all right, well, I'm gonna go park this out of the way, and then I'm gonna clean this bay of the shop out, and I'm going to get the hay rake in here and do some maintenance on it. So that'll be in an upcoming video. Thank you for watching. If you like the content, like and subscribe. If not, no big deal. I still enjoy making it for you. Thank you for watching.